Hi peoples, right here at the Armada. We are getting some more parts out of it. The rear end in our Titan went bad, and I'm told, at least all the research that I've seen, is that that pumpkin inside there where that driveline is attached is the same internals as the solid rear axle. This is independent rear axle on the Titan, so we're taking it apart. There's a bolt down here that we had to take out. There's a bolt over here. There's a bolt over here. This shock, we took it from down there to get it out of the way. We're going to disconnect the brake line that comes over here to the brakes. We got to disconnect the line for the ABS, anti-lock brakes, but it has disc brakes in the back. That's cool. It's supposed to be able to handle the power, so here we go. We're just disconnecting this line now. I'll continue here in just a second when we start disconnecting the other side. All right, we got the brake disconnected. Got the bolt out of the shock over here. Got the bolt out over there. Got this bolt out underneath here. This bolt's loose. So now we're gonna get something we can roll our jack on. We're gonna put this underneath here in the pumpkin in the middle. So when this drops, it's gonna drop on the jack. We'll be able to wheel it out instead of struggling through the dirt. Cause I don't know about y'all, but struggling through the dirt is not what I want to do. So let's go get a piece of wood. We'll see what we can do. Well, I was trying to find a bit smaller piece of wood, but I guess we're gonna take this 4x8 sheet of chipboard. Doesn't look too heavy at all, right? We'll just carry it from here all the way over there. Why not? Okay, we got our piece of plywood. We got our jack underneath the pumpkin over there. So now we get that bolt out. And this side should drop, except for the line for the ABS. But we can pull that apart right there. Let's see what happens there. Here's what it looks like from underneath. We just ended up cutting the ABS. We were going to get that off the truck anyway. So it goes from here through this cross member back over to this side. So this side's all disconnected. That's the part that we're really after, the gears that are inside there. So we got that our jack set on there on top of our wood, so we're not rolling through the dirt. And we'll just take this whole thing with us, and we'll take the parts that we need. So we'll end up cutting that ABS, pull those bolts out by the spring, and then pull the one in the front, pull the brake line. This should be ready to drop. Surprisingly easy. 6 bolts, couple of brake lines, some ABSs. Okay, Nissan, I'm liking it. There we are, moving the shock. Already got the brake line. Then we got to get the bolt underneath there, and the 2 bolts underneath here, and hopefully this thing will drop out. Okay, she's dropped. She's dropped from the frame over there. She's dropped from the frame over here. But she's in the dirt on this side. I can't get it up myself without giving myself a hernia, and I don't feel like doing that today. There's a couple things that are still attached right here. This one and this one's our emergency brake cables. And then we have our charcoal canister here that's still attached right there. I can get that bolt out before I leave. Maybe get those cables unbolted there, but I'm gonna have to take them apart over here at the hubs. But hey, it didn't take very long. It took about, I don't know, 30 minutes, 40 minutes. If I can get another jack over here, I might get on this side and pick this up out of the dirt and be able to wheel this out after I get those brake lines disconnected. But hey, you know, I'm not mad at Nissan. Nissan made it pretty easy. I'm laying underneath here still. But we'll see how this is going to work in the truck, because the truck, I think, has a little bit different frame underneath it. So we might have to make some kind of I call it a go from. We're going to go from a solid rear axle to an independent rear suspension. So stay tuned. We'll bring you back whenever getting this loaded in the truck, and then we'll make another video to see how we're going to get it mounted in the other truck. So stay tuned. Love you guys. Remember, Jesus loves you. Look up. Just look up. Look up. Jesus loves you.